Alrighty guys, Ram 1500 guys, P0456, small evap leaks. That's why the smoke test is crucial when trying to diagnose these cars. Alright, now with the system in place and your smoke machine attached, I'll do all my smoke testing at the heart and soul of the evaporative system, which is the ESIM. Alright, I see smoke. Now remember, the tank is still in the car, so I see smoke in this area. One of two things: either this rollover valve is leaking, which will require a whole complete tank, or I see all this black stuff around here. I'm getting vapor, I'm getting smoke, steam from this area. Now there's a seal between the fuel pump and the gas tank, so we're not just doing a seal. So what I'm gonna do now is I got the tank out because I told them I need to go further. Sometimes you have to go further, guys. Sometimes you got to drop the tank to verify. I'm gonna hook up my smoke machine right now and do this test again off the car. Of course, we're gonna have to cap off some of this stuff because we're not hooked up to the whole system. Remember, there's only two ways your smoke, you can have an evap leak. All the vapor canisters gonna have two exit ports, one going to the purge and one going to the gas cap area, to the neck. Okay, so this was hard to get to. Remember, you can cap these off and isolate each. If you cap this off and you still got your leak, you know it's leaking at the purge area. That's where this hose is going. All right, so if you cap off both and you still got a leak, the canister itself. All right, so it's all about process of elimination. So we're gonna hook up the smoke machine right now and see what we got. Oh shit! Make it dark. So something. Yeah, you can see something. And plus the ball ain't dropped. Can you see the ball on the smoke machine?
It's up top.
Yeah, if it's up top, there's a leak. Now where is the leak? Oh yeah. Oh, you keep, leave it on. Leave your hand on. Is that liquid?
It looked like dried up liquid.
Yeah.
It's definitely coming from somewhere over
Yeah,
there.
well, we diagnosed it right. Either this housing is cracked or the seal. At any rate, we get a new pump. So the same test we gonna run once we get the pump on, but the ball gotta drop to insinuate it's fixed. Look at it, it's smoke. It's really coming out now. Whew. All right, I just want to make sure we diagnosed it right. Because if it needed this is a rollover valve. It's part of the tank. You get the whole tank. If you need this is fixable. Cool.
You said this was broke, so you need the whole tank?
If it was leaking, you saw steam coming from here, yeah, because it's not replaceable. Damn. This is a rollover valve built inside the tank. Kill it. All right, so new pump it is. We're going to get the tube. There go the pump over there. Pop it in. We good to go. Now, did it come with a seal? Yeah, you can use a hammer and a chisel. You got one? Get it off.
Hell no.
Come on, man. You got a damn hammer. See, open that, see if it got a seal in it. Because the seal is what matters. Woo! That green one. That's it. All right. Guys, since I'm training, I want him to use the correct tool. Yes, y'all heard him mention a hammer and a chisel, but again, we train it. So hammer and chisel is good for last minute resort. Let's get it. All right, let's get it. Where your breaker bar? Where your breaker bar? All right, we need a, yeah, you need some leverage. That ain't a breaker bar, but that's a 1/2 inch drive. Can you get it off with that? Yeah, we want to rock this sucker off the blocks. Ah, we turning too much. No, come on, man.
Is this the right way?
Look at it. All right, come on.
You gotta go
Or just one pump, one hard pump or push, because we're trying to come out of those detents. Come on,
I'm
man.
doing it.
Golly. Woo. Now you falling off the block.
It is.
Make sure it ain't. All right. It's your world now. Get the pump replaced. Get this out and clean it up before you put the new seal on there. We probably should have blew around it with an air hose to get the trash out of there. I know that ain't full. Look at all that steam we put in there. That's all that smoke.
Yeah.
That's why a smoke machine is real good for finding evap leaks. Yeah, try to blow some of that out without it getting in the gas tank. With a motive, these are under here. Yep. All the way around. That retainer ain't coming nowhere. Now we retest. Make sure we fix it. Should have. If the ball dropped now, it's fixed. Time for the moment of truth. Did we fix it or did we not? We're about to find out. New fuel pump. Thank goodness it wasn't a rollover valve. Yeah. So what we want to see is the ball go all the way down, but you gotta cap off even that nipple right there. Is it on? Yeah, let's see. Hold both of those, and we watch the ball, and make sure ain't no smoke coming from there, and ain't nothing coming from that gas thing. It's not fixed unless that ball drop all the way down.
That shit's still high as fuck.
No, it's going down because it's filling up.
Damn, bro. I'm gonna try to retrieve that motherfucker.
Look at it, it's going down. We gotta go to the bottom and drop. And I don't see any smoke, so don't let it go. Come on down, baby. So we basically testing the canister. We're not testing the purge valve because we isolate it, and we're not testing the gas cap because we got it isolated. We got a tank down. We want that sucker to get to the bottom and stay there. See right there when it's bouncing around, it's a little bitty tiny leak. But we wait. But still trying a little bit more. Come on, baby. Boom! Did it hit it? Is that the bottom and it's staying? That means it's fixed. Ain't no smoke coming from there. If there was smoke coming from there, that ball wouldn't drop. So we fixed the problem. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you find out you got a small evap leak. It's not going to always be a gas cap, purge valve, and an ESUM. Some cases, as you saw there, it was the fuel pump, the housing, and the seal. We replaced the housing and the seal. Now, where's the old part? Let me take a look at something. Here's the old part. Yeah, you're not going to be able to look at this stuff and tell. That's why a smoke machine is easy, guys. You'll be throwing parts at this stuff for days. If you don't have a smoke machine, you're gonna be a parts changer. Cause you're gonna be guessing. Now, I'm a firm believer in inexpensive part guessing. Like, it's okay to guess at a gas cap. What, $10, $20? But guessing at things like modules, yeah, that could cost you. Okay, you'd be cheaper paying a shop a couple $100 to diagnose it for you. Like, let them use their smoke machine, find the leak, tell you what a leak is, and you fix it. So weigh your options. All right, I'm not suggesting you go out and buy a $500 smoke machine. No, that don't make sense. You're not gonna use it but 1 or 2 times. All right, but if you're a mechanic, yeah, go ahead and invest in you one. But for the most part, if you just a DIY that like to do your own stuff, and you got a small evap leak and you don't replace the gas cap, the ESUM, the purge, that's the trio that everybody replace nowadays, and you still got the leak, it is time for a freaking smoke test. Now, y'all saw what we did, how we came to this conclusion. Now, my thing is that I pride myself with this helper of mine. I got an apprentice. I'm trying to explain to him the purpose of the evap system in general. It was implemented, guys, to keep from fuel vapors from escaping into the atmosphere. All right, a lot to do with emissions and ozone and all that crap. All right, we'll be here all day discussing that. But this vapor canister is designed to store those vapors. To store those store the vapors in this canister. This is a vapor canister. It stores that until a predetermined time. All right, who determines that time? The PCM. So when that time is, you can't store. There's only so much you can keep in here. It's going to eventually get full, right? So the car onboard diagnostic is set up to where purge. This one's going to the purge valve. The computer will turn the purge valve on and slowly purge vapors from this canister. Remember what I said? This is a charcoal canister. It's going to house those vapors. It's going to store those vapors, but you can't. Eventually, it'll get full. So the computer knows all of this. It's going to turn the purge valve on, slowly purge vapors from this, and guess where those going? Back into the intake manifold. And the vicious cycle is that it goes through the engine, through the intake, through the engine. The cat going to clean all of that up, and hopefully the cat going to do his job and emit water, H2O. All those harmful gases coming out of the cat, I think they want them to turn into H2O, which is basically water. So your cat has to do his job. It's a vicious cycle, guys. I might be explaining it incomplete. All right, on a separate video, I can get down and dirty with it. But from a quick standpoint, the ESIM is needed on the ESIM is implemented on all newer cars now. All right, we done, guys. I gotta go.